First, the Golden Bears coming into this with a 2-2-2 record to each of the wins, losses, and draws. Good enough for 8 points. 8 points, fourth in the Prairie Division. Though in the men's division, it is listed by wins percentage, not points earned. So with 6 matches played, that puts Alberta at a win percentage of 44.4%. Still good for 4th place. Their starting 11 coming out after a 1-0 loss at UBC in their last match. The first time this entire season the Golden Bears have been shut out. And they're willing to bounce back, undoubtedly. And let's see if this 11 can do it. In goal, Tristan Reed. And then it's Dylan Marple, Patrick Kondrasiak, Jackson Belbin, Thomas Hope, and Harkriyat Malhi. Rodane Kato, Frank Roy Kane, Caden Ruby, Habib Bassem, and Prince Amanda. For the Vikes, currently sitting at 4 wins, no losses, and 2 draws so far, an undefeated season, good for 14 points. Second in the Pacific Division, though, as they sit on a 77.8% win percentage with 6 matches played, behind UBC, who are 5-0 after 5 matches played, a perfect 100% win rating for the UBC Thunderbirds. Starting 11 for the Vikes after a 1-1 draw at home to UNBC in their last match. Callum Weir in goal, backline of Alex Moody, Finn Tugwell, Archie Tugwell, and Aidan Grew. Then Jeg Zaharia, Connor Legg, Ollie Cameron, Tekin Keshavars, and up top, no surprise here, Matthew Pierce and Yassine Gutuni. Pierce and Gutuni, of course, providing goals. 2 for Pierce, 3 in Gutuni, but don't count out Finn Tugwell. 3 goals himself as the center back, and a goal each from Ollie Cameron, Sam Calkins, Connor Legg, and Elliot Lupton, forming the goal-scoring prowess for the Vikes this season. For the visiting Golden Bears, 2 goals each from Habib Assem and Nicholas Thomas Hope, leading the team with 2 goals each, and a goal each from Frank Roy Kane, Caden Ruby, Prince Amanda, and Rodane Kato. The 2 was for Nicholas Lechelt's assist column, who leads the team with 2 assists. Then an assist each from Frank Roy Kane, Caden Ruby, Justin George, and Harkirat Malhi. The Vikes in their all-blue with the white trim on your broadcast right. The Golden Bears in their all-white with the green trim on your broadcast left.
Here we go. Time to buckle up. Make sure those seat backs are in the full upright position to get ready for 90 minutes of football, because it's showtime.
It will be the Golden Bears who start things off. Wanda at the kickoff center circle. A brief pause here to check something in the nets, perhaps, but either way, looks like Alex Moody has completed that. And away we go. Golden Bears kicking us up to start this first half. And after being under some pressure there was Thomas Hope. He just sent it downfield, unfortunately directly out of play and thrown back in quickly. The Vikes back to the attack very quickly here, but not able to keep it in play themselves, as that touch from Tekin Keshavars goes wayward. And 2 quick throw-ins to start this match between 2 sides with goal-scoring aspirations aplenty. Weir out wide right. It's Finn and Archie Tugwell in the midfield, or in the center of the defensive pairing. Unsurprising here. Aidan Grew is the left back, advancing fairly high up the pitch already. High press coming in from the Golden Bears in the form of Amanda and Ruby. And they're very nearly stolen there as Assem came in late. Instead, it'll be Cameron in midfield. Quituni, back to goal, looks for the overlap, gets it from Alex Moody. Follows up, not able to do much of anything with that, and instead it will go out. Tugwell with the captain's armband today for the Vikes. It's in the center of what it looks to be a back 3, along with Alex Moody and Archie Tugwell. Which would put Aidan Grew on the left fullback and Jeg Zaharia on the right. Interesting deployment, though not unexpected. We've seen how high the fullbacks and wingbacks for the Vikes like to push all season long. This is well in keeping with that trend, as that cross headed out way ably by Jackson Belbin. And that'll be a goal kick for the Golden Bears. So Reed will get his first clean touch of the ball here. It'll be a short play out here. No nonsense. Gentle play out from the back here as the Golden Bears will hold possession. Kondrasiak. Get some help from Amanda there, who held up short, but the long ball does not stay in play, and instead it'll be Aiden Grew with the throw-in. Fakes going back to his own defensive line. He has options here, one of them being Ollie Cameron shows short, and that's where it goes. Cameron. Finn. Over to Archie. A couple of different calls for it. It'll be Taki Keshavaars who gets there first. He's under pressure, has to go all the way back. Finn to Callum Weir. He'll try this time over to Alex Moody. Lots of high press here from the Golden Bears. They are aggressive going after the defenders, at least some space in midfield. But since the Vikes can only go long, they have no problem dealing with the Golden Bears. The captain there, Thomas Hope, with the armband for the Golden Bears. Aiden Grew. Grew to leg. Sees off the challenge from Rodan Cato. Only briefly as the Vikes tried to... We're under pressure there, but Assem's not able to get past the final line of defense there from the Vikes. Leg turns, hits Cameron. Tooney intercepted. Cato doing a lot of work in midfield here to break things up and so far being rewarded. Leg to Cameron, to Moody. Finn Tugwell. Goes long, wants the run of Grew here. Up against Marple. Marple gets there first, shields the ball nicely and walks it out of his own penalty area. Sees off the shoulder bars, goes for a tumble. The referee didn't seem too off-put by it. Instead, Vikes will play this by the means of a nice 1-2 back to Weir in goal. It is a very interesting stylistic clash here for the two sides, with the Vikes playing their 5-3-2. It seems as though the Golden Bears have responded with a 5-2-3. Wingbacks aplenty and lots of help on that defensive line. It means there's going to be space in midfield for both sides. But there will be cover as that ball goes into the area and falls. Guituni trying to turn, can't get past Mali. That long ball, though, does force a response, and it does go in! Off the post and back out. Grew thought he had... I thought that went in based on the angle, but no, it pops right back into the arms of Reed. I don't think Grew could have to believe his luck that the ball was in front of him. I certainly couldn't believe it. But it stays 0-all. 6 minutes in already. A close call at the University of Alberta Golden Bears end. Grew denied on the doorstep by a little bit of help from the goalpost. And take nothing away from Tristan Reed. Excellent positioning to force the difficult shot and to be there for the follow-up. Keshavaars with the header flicked back. Guituni all the way back to his midfield, leg. Mondo trying to press down Tugwell, but Finn runs forward. Directly through the middle, still running is Finn Tugwell. Taking a I'll-do-it-myself approach here. Fortunately, he does go out of play. In a not inconvenient position for Grew to throw it back. Cameron shows. Tooney goes in motion. They'll go right to the edge of the area where Pierce is, flicking on, but that's out of the range of Guituni. It'll be a goal kick for the Golden Bears. In no rush to get things restarted here as we hit the 7-minute mark. 0-0 between the Vikes and Golden Bears. Interconference action here between the Pacific and Prairie conferences in Canada West. Nice little stutter step there and clearance by Patrick Kondrasiuk. Kondrasiuk again. To Belbin, up the middle to Cato. Frank Kane next to him there, and they'll have to go right back to the back line. It's Hope. Looks for some help from Ruby. Finn does well to break that up. Cameron over to Grew. Shielding nicely. And now Cameron, in the middle of a box of 5 white jerseys there, finds a seam to get out. And now Archie Tugwell. Back to Finn. Over to Archie again. The Tugwells will be content to knock this back and forth till they see the opening they like. They'll try Alex Moody here. Cameron. Can't avoid that challenge. Well done by Cato. And Amonda sends the ball out wide. Stepping back in. And Kane has to get there, and does. Get some help from his wingback, Malhi. Pierce now coming back to try and put some pressure on his matching 17, Kane and Pierce. That ball rolls through everybody. Doesn't quite make it to Ruby, though. And now Legg has a chance to turn away and does. Cameron under heavy marking. Nowhere to go there. Instead, it'll be Kondrasiuk. As Marple nearby, opts to go back instead. They'll go to Belbin out on the left. And given away, but sliding in to break that up with authority is Rodain Cato. No nonsense there. Crunching work in midfield. Can't outrun his other number 14, though, is Cameron. A lot of matching numbers here in positionally from the Vikes and the Golden Bears. Meanwhile, I want to say half dozen or so assistant referees in blue jerseys on the far side decided that that should have been called more than it was, but the referees, undeterred, will eventually give the free kick. There's some thought about who's going to take this. It will now be Legg. Connor Legg, one in the wall. Token resistance being put up here by the Golden Bears. They prefer to defend against the many targets that are available. Guru and Zaharia hanging back. Everyone else is forward. Flicked on by Keshevars. Contact from Takin Keshevars, but nobody there, unfortunately. Instead, Reed will play this one out. Kondrasiuk. Cato turns. Samanda make that, who dropped it back. And now a foot race here between Finn and Ruby. Won by the Tugwell. Long ball looking for a header from Kutuni, who gets it. Pierce trying to run onto this. He will be beaten there by Kondrasiuk. He'll press both the keeper and the defender. And now Belbin. Jackson Belbin. Akiret Malhi. SM forced back, and they'll try the long ball. Archie Tugwell that time, making sure nothing further comes of it. Coming together of bodies there. Both sides were expecting the other to make a move first. Either way, it'll be Golden Bears recovering. Belbin. Assem. Marple. And Hope, the captain. Kane. Ruby dropping back. Monda. That Marple who made the drop back after the run forward. Wing back. Marple again. Kane back to Kondracic. Over to Hope. And back three of the Golden Bears will consolidate possession and move forward. Awesome, though, all wrapped up by Zaharia. That will be a foul. Keshavars actually make that, who had moved in to challenge his opposite number. He started quickly by the Golden Bears. Hope goes long. Wants a run here from Assam. Zaharia equal to it. And Weir will take a look before going directly the other way. He'll go over the head of Belbin. Pierce will give chase and will be quickly cleared by the U of A defender. Leg in midfield. Hooks it back. Archie to Finn. Moody. Cameron being marked there by Kane. Ball gets through, and Grew actually has a little bit of a space, tries to tap it through. Well marked there was Pierce. Leg following up. Immediately, 7 Golden Bears swarm onto defense. Not much ways to get through there. Cameron on the deck for Keshavars! Oh, it's beautiful from the Vikes as Taki Keshavars finds the way through on a lovely through ball. And 14 minutes in, the Vikes have opened the scoring. That is his first goal of the season in his 7th appearance and 7th start of the season for Keshavars. He already has an assist. Now he has a goal. The 4th-year student, the Victoria native, St. Michael's University grad, last plays with West Castle. Now has a goal on his tally for the year. 1-0 Vikes. Vikes back in possession quickly here. Tugwell over the top. A little header there from Pierce, perhaps looking for Gratouni. Never made it through. Instead, Archie Tugwell will retreat. Kane trying to get in and break that up. Initially did, and he might have gone out, but either way, if it hadn't, the
scoring for the Vikes, the first goal of the season for number 24, Tekin Keshavars. The assist to number 14, Oli Cameron, unofficially in the 14th minute.
So they do give it Keshavars from Cameron, who did play a lovely ball up the middle. Great sight there from Ollie Cameron to see the run, and Keshavars did exactly what was expected of him. Get on the ball and finish ably. Reed committed. Unfortunately, not in the best position for it. Did the best that he could given his positioning relative to the goal. Keshavars accurate with the shot. Which, interestingly enough, of the 5 shots Keshavars has taken in all season, that is only his 2nd one on target. It ends up in a goal, though, and the Vikes, not even a quarter of an hour into this, up 1-0 at home. Gratouni trying to turn and get past Belbin, can't. The ball is forced back. The ball did cross the touchline, though, so it'll be a throw-in for the Vikes on the far side. Leg. That back pass that was picked off, and there's a chance here for the Golden Bears to respond. Amonda. Nice boot there from Moody, though. Prince Amonda had a chance to move in with speed. Just waiting for his moment, and Alex Moody had to get that one right. In a dangerous position to be giving up any sort of space on an attacker. Still U of A ball deep, though, and they'll get another chance to throw this in. As the attempted cross was blocked that time by, I believe that was Archie Tugwell had come over, not Zaharia. Leg now getting in the way off of his leg. As Hakirat Malhi will try this yet again. It'll be popped up. Archie Tugwell will head this forward. Not fully cleared, though, as the Golden Bears will try and reset this from their side of midfield. The attacking side of midfield make that. Nice fake on the cross there from Dracic. Now up the middle. Cato out wide. Nice little poke, though, from Gru to break the attack up. It's sliding in at pace was Kondracic. Gru stayed with it, but didn't do enough to keep the possession with the Vikes. You could see Pierce trying to run onto that. That was asking a lot of him, though. Back comes Cameron to win that out of the feet of Ruby. Weir looks long. Comes off of the, oh, it did come off of a Golden Bear defender. That did come off of Malhi. I thought that would have come off of Zaharia. It did not. Finn Tugwell. Over to Archie. Leg up the middle, trying the same run as before, this time trying to pick out Pierce, or Gratouni make that. Cameron, he's got one assist. Can he set up another? There's another run from Keshevars. He tries to hit his same runner again. That time it didn't make it through. Well read. Combination of Kane and Cato, making sure that ball couldn't make it to its intended target a second time. Cameron. Puts it low on the deck. He wanted it to Pierce. It was a little bit off target. Was Cameron with that one. Habib Assem trying to move forward with that one, and they'll rely on Kane to try and get that one to somebody. It's a lovely ball. Unfortunately, no white jerseys on the end of it. Finn Tugwell back to Callum Weir. Weir goes long this time. Flicked on by Zaharia. Did catch a deflection. That might have been Malhi who it clipped off of. And they'll get a throw in the attacking third. 21 minutes gone in this one. Vikes 1, Golden Bears 0. Up by Cameron, a little behind the back action there. Fortunately, while it looked interesting, it hit 0 targets in blue, and it'll be an easy goal kick here for the Golden Bears. And they were planning for the short kick. Reed has other ideas and waves everyone forward. You might like the Route 1 option here, at the very least try and get the forwards more directly involved. Oh, we faked it out there. Kevin doesn't call for time wasting here. Though why would you time waste when you're down a goal? Would be an interesting choice indeed. After all of that, Archie Tugwell wins the header. Cameron with the second ball, and the Vikes are back in possession. Moody to Finn. Finn to Archie. Zaharia is available on the near side, or on the far side to make that. We'll go to Leg instead. Gru wants it on this near side. Pierce, back to Leg. Moody. It's a long switch looking for Zaharia. Gets in a joust there with Malhi. And Malhi does foul his man. Only a free kick outside the 18-yard box. And this will be Connor Legg territory to try and whip this one in. There's a discussion now actually going on between Legg and Grew, I believe that is, about who's actually going to take this. The referee is pacing off the wall, which right now consists of Assem and Amonda. That might be Kane. That's a 1-1 or a 1-7. Actually, that is Kane make that. That is definitely a 7. Will it be Legg or Grew after all of that for this free kick? Cameron now goes in motion near side. It will be Legg. For a header from Cameron, couldn't get there though. Cleared by Hope, followed by Keshavar's low, deflected. And cleared the rest of the way. As Belbin got the last touch to it. Meanwhile, collision in midfield. Referee still doesn't blow and play dead. Grew tries to muscle through midfield. That will draw a foul, and that will draw some frustration from Frank Roy Kane. He and Cato were trying to win that back in midfield. Grew that time. Staying with it. And this time it's Cameron and Pierce standing over it. It actually might just be Cameron now, as the wall will once again be paced off. Cameron might want to bend this with the right. There are certain targets there, though Pierce might fancy going direct at goal with this. There are options behind them as well. It is going to be Cameron. Oh, forces the keeper to go at full stretch, but doesn't hit the target. Reed was alert to that one. Two examples of set-piece trickery right off the hop here in the first half from the Vikes. Neither one has directly resulted in goals, but it at least shows that they're willing to be inventive and try and mix things up. Another long goal kick this time from the Golden Bears. Finn Tugwell meets it. Second ball won that time by Kane. Not kept in play though. And Grew. Gonna throw this back to Moody. Finn Tugwell. Past the onrushing Ruby. Past the waiting Assem. Legg. Pierce chests it down. Nice touch to keep possession. Has to deal with both Kane and Cato. Excellent midfield duo here for the Golden Bears, and now Amonda. Trying to go with speed around, doesn't get around cleanly, but does win the throw for the Golden Bears, banking that one off of Moody. It'll be Dylan Marple to take this throw. Kane showing short for that one. Chips it through. And zero nonsense on the defensive work there by Alex Moody, who boots that back out to the athletic track. Marple. Turning is Kane. Cato gets the return. Gets it away from Legg, or from Cameron, make that. Hope. Belbin. Mali. Cato. Hope over to Kondracic. Hope to Cato. Monda. Shake off Moody and Zaharia. Collision in midfield. Referee doesn't seem too interested in it. Belbin. To Cato. Back to Hope. To Kane. Kondracic. They'll use their midfield to try and accelerate pace here. But 1-on-4, don't think Frank King quite liked his odds there, and I can't blame him. Now they'll try, looking for Ruby. Couldn't get through though, but wins it back after legs back passes errant. Malhi. To Belbin. Call there from Kondracic on the wide open area. I don't know if anyone saw it. And they will now. Hope sees Kondracic unmarked. Kondracic. To Kane. Bears being a lot more patient in the build-up this time. They want a good through ball. And the problem is there is some aerial stalwarts at the back there for the Vikes, so they can't rely on the aerial game too much. Keshavars with the last ball there, back to Weir. Awesome backs off from the press, allowing Ruby to stay central. Weir goes long. He's got Pierce forward, up against Hope. Hope gets there cleanly. Goes to ground, and Guituni might feel he has a chance here. Tries to walk that through. Pierce was trapped offside. He couldn't do anything with it. I think they might actually call that on the foul. And the coming together of players. And they'll restart quickly. And that one off of the back of Guituni. Golden Bears forced back there, though they do manage to break the press. Moody trying to get past Ruby. Ruby does clip him. Foul is one. Leg and Grew will be on this one. That's when they work was on the far side of the pitch. This is closer to the near side. We have Zaharia sitting at the midfield circle. Weir forced the goalkeeper. About halfway between midfield and his own net. Everyone else is forward. Grew runs over it. Leg. Looks long. It's going to be over the head of the goalkeeper. And Reed will calmly watch that one run out and take his goal kick. Half hour gone on this one. Vikes up 1-0 on a 14th minute goal from Takin Keshavars. Lovely through ball from Ollie Cameron. Sets up Keshavars for his first goal of the season. This after, whether it was in bad angle or optics or whatever, it looked for all the world like Aiden Grew prior to that had a tap in at the net. I'm still in a bit of a disbelief at what happened there. But either way, Reed ended up with the ball in his mitts, and the score stayed 0-0 until Keshavars scored. Zaharia goes long over Guituni. Reed will handle that. Takes the quick throw, now leaves it. Hope. Kato. Kondracic gets free. Marple. Monda keeps it in. Had to do some work though. And that's one, as the throw is won there by Moody, who just slams it off of the legs of Monda. Grew throws it back in. And Monda, the fourth year forward, originally from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Moody. Back to Finn Tugwell. Backline for the Vikes, slowly moving forward. Zaharia now from Archie Tugwell. Little flick there from Guituni. First time cross. Grew pinching in very hard from the near side. Ball never reaches him or Pierce. The Golden Bears will surround it. Reed will consider his options here, and then wave his defenders forward. And does indeed drop kick this. Looking for Ruby, ends up finding Moody instead, and Cameron will pop this up, but busting in is Amonda. Gru wins it back, leg. Beats Ruby. And Finn Tugwell has to move quickly. But he's cut down. That might earn a small talking to. As Amonda came in, looking to win that ball with authority. Clips the defender though, and no further punishment required other than a foul. They'll check to make sure Tugwell's okay, and Finn seems to be able to get to his feet just fine. About 12 minutes to go in the first half. Little peaks of blue are starting to show from beneath the clouds here on the southern end of Vancouver Island. Low cross put in, headed down by Hope. And Amonda now has a good spot here to go on a counter, opts to hold up. Gets away from initially Cameron, but not Guituni. Cameron was helping out, or Kane make that, was trying to find Cato. Other way around, Kane was the intended recipient of that ball from Cato. No such joy though, now Finn Tugwell. Pierce, back to goal, hits Cameron. The return ball doesn't make it though. And Moody comes in hard with that challenge. That'll be an easy foul every day of the week. Moody might be lucky. This isn't a booking. That was, yeah, that might be that was your last freebie type of a chat there with the referee. Amonda went down after being barged through from behind by Moody. Opting not to show any cards on this occasion. Golden Bears will start short. Kondracic. Comes Finn Tugwell again against Ruby. And Caden Ruby goes to ground, and there's a half-hearted appeal for a call there. None came. Weir with a quick restart. Kondracic heads it. Good header, too. Finds Amonda. 1-on-2. Nice little back pass. Marple. Turning there was Frank Roy Kane. Hope to Kondracic. Kondracic looks long. And that won't hit anybody in a white kit, and indeed Weir will stop this from going over the end line, preferring to have it in hand. And after all that, opts to merely roll it out to the captain. And Tugwell up to Archie. And immediately back. Leg out wide. Zaharia. Or Archie make that, looking for Zaharia. End up going for Keshavars. And sliding in was Cato to make sure it reached neither. Now this is Zaharia with the throw. Going to Archie Tugwell instead. Looks for Pierce. Not able to get there. But Guituni is. The shot is blocked. Be another throw. Flicked away there by Cato. 3 Golden Bears around that. Take your pick of who's going to have it. Right now, it's Amonda. Going deep to help out Marple. Nice 1-2 between Marple and Amonda there. Kane. Hope. Belpin. Mali under pressure. Past Cato. Hope will try the other side. Kondracic. Marple moved quite a ways forward here. They go, nice little ball on the deck there, and that's a barge in the back by Keshavars. That will likely be a free kick, and it's the second time Prince Amonda has been barged into the back. Monda at 5'10" is not exactly a lightweight. But Keshevars, also 5'10". Couple different free kick options here. Standing over this is Jackson Belbin. They plan to sort of set piece trickery here. Standing with him is Frank Roy Kane. They do opt to go short. And blocked by Keshevars. Pierce gets a touch to it and is fouled. That will be a talking to and probably a booking. And indeed, there is a yellow card being shown to Dylan Marple. That, let's call it a tactical foul to disrupt the attack on that botched set piece. So Marple goes into the book at the 37th minute.
33rd minute. Given to Alberta's number 2, Dylan Marple. Check that, that is in the 39th minute.
Finn Tugwell gets us restarted. Archie looking back away from Assam. Moody back to Finn. Opts to go long. Wants to run with Zaharia, but he won't get there. Ahead of Malhi. Leg. Cameron. Behind him, but he turns with it. Amonda watching him. Moody. They'll try and hit Zaharia again. That one's a much better ball. Excellent ball placed there. And now Zaharia in the one-on-one with Malhi. Cuts back. Now loses out. And they're going to say that was a foul. I think the argument there from Malhi is that Zaharia was already going to ground. I think what the referee saw, though, was the arm of Malhi came out. I think that's what the argument Malhi was making is he was already going to ground. I didn't touch him. I didn't cause the foul, at least, I imagine is the argument. And the referee remains nonplussed, and that's a dangerous spot for a free kick. As we hit the 40th minute. 5 to go, plus whatever the referee sees fit to add on for this first half. Vikes up 1-0 on a 14th-minute goal by Takin Keshevars. Legs free kick is a bit high. Coming together between Moody and Archie Tugwell, I think that was. You know, Cameron is clipped. Referee lets it go. And the Golden Bears look for a counter here. Caden Ruby trying to get in on Keshevars. They'll press all the way back to Weir, who will move it out wide. And Zaharia gets rid of it. That one, though, might draw the referee's attention. Although that might have been Assem who came out the worst for the wear of that challenge, despite the foul being conceded. I think the Vikes will mind too much to take up a few extra minutes here to make sure that Assem's okay. No movement on the Alberta bench to get any substitutes ready, so I imagine this is only a temporary state of affairs. And now they will actually call for the trainer, because SM has not moved much. And certainly is not able to get back to both feet, which is perhaps worse than everyone thought it was. And now we see movement on the bench here, as this might be the day done for Habib Assem, which would not be great, to put it mildly, to lose one of your co-leading goal scorers, and being the captain and center back Tom Hope. We'll see what the opinion of the physio is here, and we'll see if Sam is good to go. U of A's Physical staff includes varsity therapist TJ Musbacher, student kinesiologists Garrett Thompson, Juan Garzon, and Emily Malish, strength and conditioning coach Eric Goldberg, and their sports science consultant Scott Gilroy. SM is able to leave the pitch, so they will need a substitute for this, though. I imagine temporarily they will be playing down a player. And that looked to be Justin George getting up. Well, it looks like Keshavarz is going to try and, not Keshavarz, excuse me. It looks like Assem is going to try and stay in this match. Maybe just a bit of a stinger. He's going to put some weight on both ankles. That's good. In Tugwell. Over to Moody. That's what he looks now. That is indeed USM coming back onto the pitch, so no worse for wear. A sigh of relief for all U of A supporters. Finn Tugwell. Leg is dropped back deep to cover for the inverted run there from Moody. Cameron. Guituni. Back to Cameron. Finn Tugwell. Steps forward, a strong long ball, looking for Guituni on the run. Falls to Cameron, who pops up acrobatically, but not away from danger. And going to ground there was Amanda, and that will be a foul conceded by Cameron. Last 90 seconds or so of regular time here in the first half. Chance for the Golden Bears. Maybe grab a late one here and go back into the break the way we started, level. Thomas Hope out wide. Spelman was looking to move that up to Sem. Such joy though, and now Tugwell. Finn Tugwell make that over to Archie. Back to Finn. Goes long. It's Zaharia, who did unfortunately cross the end line, or the touch line, make that. Actually, the referee's going to stop here briefly. I think he wants to have a word with Zaharia. Might have been unhappy with how some of that played out, or maybe something was said. Either way, a chat is had with number 22 in blue. And now time for the throw in from U of A. Looking for Assem, but does not make it through cleanly. And Finn Tugwell will clear it. Guituni and Pierce are there, so is Hope. Cameron.
The fourth official is determined there will be a minimum of 3 minutes extra time. 3 minutes stoppage time.
And 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages here, likely entirely due to the delay, the injury delay, which is fair. So 3 minutes for either side to tack on something, and meanwhile, down again is Sam, and Archie Tugwell will kindly play this out. I believe there's been a push over the years to have the referee stop the play and have a drop ball rather than waiting for the players to play it out. Either way, is Habib Assem back to his feet. I can't imagine he's going to be staying on for the rest of this half, even though we are in a stoppage time. I imagine he might be done for the day.
Substitution for the University of Alberta coming out of the match is number 10, Habib Assem, replaced by number 15, Justin George.
And that is indeed Justin George coming in from the subs bench. Second-year midfielder of North Vancouver, last played at SFU. Let's see what he can provide up front. The Golden Bears in these last few minutes added on. So they've retooled the attack a little bit here. They've left Amanda at the right and Ruby at the center. However, they've moved Kane to attacking left, which allows George to sit in midfield. Cameron. Horse back there, well defended by Cato. Moody to Finn Tugwell. Now Cameron again on this near side. Takes the space being offered. Puts the left-footed delivery in. Hits neither Pierce nor Guatuni. Hope clears it. Falls to leg. Archie Tugwell puts the right-footed cross in. It's behind everybody, and again, no nonsense whatsoever from Hope. Actually, that might have been Kondracic who came back. Changed that. It was Kondracic who came back to make sure that clearance was done with authority. Pierce back to goal, not able to hold possession. Ruby lays it off. This is George now getting his first few touches of the ball. Overwhelmed in midfield. And George just conceded the foul there. By tripping, I believe that was Zaharia. No, that was Guatuni who was tripped. Oh, third time's correct. It was actually Pierce. 7-17. Close enough. Anyway. Once again, Leg and Gru will converse over how best to do some set-piece trickery here. Gru going short to Cameron after Leg runs over it. Keshavars from deep, blocked by Ruby that time. Poked free by Marple. And now Ruby on the counter. But that is well shielded, but not cleanly dealt with. And that might be a dangerous coming together there by Moody, as the whistle goes not for a foul, but to end the half, as Moody and Ruby coming together there. Moody got clipped.
Put the first half in the books, everybody.
Looks like he's be okay to continue.
Victoria Vikes 1, University of Alberta.
And with nothing further coming from the referees, we will end the first 45 minutes of regulation play with the visiting University of Alberta Golden Bears 0, the home University of Victoria Vikes 1. Taking Keshavar is his first of the season, assisted by Ollie Cameron in the 14th minute. Has the home side up 1. Is that how it will end? We'll have to wait 45 minutes to know for sure. My name is Return, and I'll see you on the other side of halftime. Second half.
Go to VikesTickets.com to get your tickets now. We'd also like to thank Team Sales Vancouver Island, our official Vikes soccer uniform sponsor. Vikes Athletics and Recreation would like to thank our official Vikes photographers at AP Shutter. Action photos from all Vikes events are taken by the talented Armando Chura and Peter Oshkar. is in 3 minutes. And friends, as we get set to start the second half here, just like to say a big thank you to our ball kids today. They come from Saanich Fusion Youth Soccer. For Alberta to start the second half. Coming out of the match is number 2, Dylan Marple, replaced by number 13, Nicholas Lachelt.
Welcome back to Centennial Stadium at the University of Victoria on the traditional territories of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples. My name is Roturo. Glad to be back with you for the second half of UVic versus U of A, the University of Victoria Vikes hosting the University of Alberta Golden Bears. One substitution for halftime. Coming out of the match, number 2, Dylan Marple, the defenders in the back 5. Coming in, midfielder number 13, Nicholas Lachelt. See, Marple, of course, has a yellow on the 37th minute, so it could be card management, but either way, that is the only other sub of note. The one at halftime, of course, was Habib Assem coming out with what appeared to be an injury that could not be ignored. And Justin George coming in his place in midfield. Still the same 11 for the Vikes, who were up 1-0 thanks to a goal in the 14th minute from Takin Keshavars on a lovely through ball from Ollie Cameron. And that's how we got to where we are. 45 minutes to go in this one. As it stands right now, it is still Callum Weir in goal on your broadcast left in the gray kit. Vikes in the all-blue kit with white trim. Attacking to the broadcast right, in which wait in their all-white with the green trim, the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Weir in goal, Zaharia, Archie Tugwell, Finn Tugwell, Moody, and Grew as the back 5 for UVic. Those their full names would be appropriate. Callum Weir in goal, Jag Zaharia, Archie Tugwell, Finn Tugwell, Alex Moody, and Aiden Grew. Grew with the throw in there, who sends it all the way back to Alex Moody. Midfield of Takin Keshavars, Connor Legg, and Ollie Cameron, and an attacking pair of Matthew Pierce and Yassine Guitouni. That is Keshavars looking for Guitouni in the center. That is cleared away. Back comes Zaharia to Archie Tugwell. Past the advanced Frank Roy Kane. And we'll get to that in just a second here. As it stands right now, the back 5 for the Golden Bears. But once this attack is finished, we'll get to that. Ollie Cameron first. Trying to dance his way around. Justin George couldn't find much space to go. Cameron avoids the double team. Nice little ball slipped through. Almost hit Keshavarz again, but cleared away. And Cato, Cameron sticks a leg up, but merely gives it over to Kane. And Frank Roy Kane off on the run here. Counter on for the Golden Bears. Looks for the run from Ruby. Turns. Can't find him. We'll go to George instead. Malhi. Back to George. We'll go all the way back. Crew going one-on-one there with Prince Amonda. And it'll be a throw-in. So that will be Tristan Reed in goal for the Golden Bears as it stands right now. And then along the back line, Nicholas Shishelt comes in to replace Dylan Marple as the right wing back. And then Patrick Kondrachuk, Thomas Hope with the captain's armband, Jackson Belbin, and Harkirat Malhi. Midfield, Rodin Cato and Justin George. And then the attacking three, Prince Amonda, Caden Ruby, and Frank Roy Kane. Shelt and George being the substitutes, having been brought on for Dylan Marple, and Habib Assem, respectively. Assem leaving the match with what appears to be an ankle injury. Tried to return to the match, did not make it to the full 45, and was then subbed out. Marple subbed out at the start of this half. I picked up a yellow card at the 37th minute. And Weir goes long. There, met by Kondrachuk. Now the overlapping run here. Great run forward there from Rodin Cato. Back to Prince Amonda. Runs into a double shoulder there. That'll be a foul. It's the first time Amonda has been taken to the ground rather roughly. Right at the edge of the area as well. Dangerous spot for a free kick. Let's see who steps up for this one. They tried some set-piece trickery in the first half and ended up in a chance in the other direction. We'll see if they try that, if they go for something a little more traditional. It is Kane over there, 17 in white, along with Jackson Belbin, number 6. Looks like this will be Belbin's all the way. As Grew and Keshavarz in the wall are paced off. Mal hit the edge of the area. Ruby all the way back. Everyone else forward, but that is well high and over the bar. And taken quickly by Weir. Archie Tugwell goes long. He wants to run a pierce here. He shoulders off of Malhi, but can't keep possession. Accurate Malhi doing well to keep his nerve there. They'll go back to Tristan Reed in goal. And Reed goes long. He wants Kane. Instead, hits Archie Tugwell. Saharia gets a foot in. Brought down by Cato. Hope. Captain's armband for the Golden Bears today. Saharia. Against Malhi, forced back. Ruby trying to intercept that one, but Finn Tugwell gets there first. But now Malhi gets in ahead of Keshavarz, the goal scorer. But now that long ball should be chased down by Gatuni, and it is. One-on-one here with Hope. Circles back. Keshavarz, first time cross. Cleared. Kane for George. Keshavarz tried to slide in, held up, gave George just enough space to do it just as well. With it an easy foul to call, and he followed through with that one, but there's a good stubborn winning of the ball there by Kane. By Amonda make that. Kane on this near side, an even better save. And Weir holds up two solid hands. Danger not over. Amonda's cross blocked by Grew inadvertently. In comes Cato. Easily the best chance of the afternoon so far for the Golden Bears. So Amonda's solid stinger of a shot. Dealt with by Weir. Help into Kane, gets rid of it. Lischelt. Wide they go. And this is looking more and more like they've gone to a back four here. Have the Golden Bears. With Lachelt sitting deeper next to Cato in midfield. Lachelt now flaring it out wide. That is Kondracic out wide. Who is in effect sitting as the right fullback. Malhi knocked off the ball there. Weir clears to avoid the press from Ruby. Awkward clearance there, or attempted clearance from Belbin. Has to be dealt with. As Butuni puts pressure on Reed. Hope calmly right up midfield looking for Kane. Leg initially got a leg in, now does again. Kane holds possession. Forward it goes. Amonda. Into the area, blocked by Gru. Popped up by Alex Moody. Headed down by Kondracic. Cato. Malhi. Kane. Puts the cross in. It's over the head of Ruby and not quite near enough to the back post to be of a direct threat to Weir. It'll be a goal kick. Cato does well to control that and sends it back to Hope. Tugwell gets that ball back from Ruby. Weir clears it. Knocked down by Belbin. Pierce not able to get in before Cato, though it does deflect off of him. Forward is finally lobbed back towards the UVic end of the pitch. George and Kane. Back to Lachelt. Reed. To Hope. Cato. All the way back. Always a tricky back pass when they're at that pace towards your own net. Well, two players both jumping for it there, neither coming up with it. Down goes Archie Tugwell in a bit of a heap there, clutching his lower back. Not a good sign. And Hope will send this out wide to Kondracic, who will let it go out. And Archie Tugwell still down. Now they're calling for the trainers to come on. We mentioned in the first half the physiotherapy staff for the U of A Golden Bears for UVic. Listed the assistant coaches, but not the physio staff. Regardless, they are having a look at Archie Tugwell now, who did not move at all after going down, clutching his back. That is not a good sign, to put it mildly. Well, if they do need to sub him off, there are options on the bench, and I do see two of them warming up in the corner right now. Can't imagine either would be considered first choices over Archie. That's not really the point, is it? If you need a defender, you go to your bench and you grab a defender. Now, you don't like to see this extended period of time down here. Now, you have to imagine this is, barring this being a stinger of great magnitude, this is likely going to be the day done for Archie Tugwell. I never like to see it. He is able to get to his feet. But he's clearly feeling that in the lower back. That's to put it mildly and rather simply, not good. So who does head coach Larry Stefanik go to for this one? As it stands right now, looks like the Vikes will be playing with 10 players. I don't see a substitution having been made official, so perhaps the thought is to try and let Archie stretch this out and then come back in. Considering how long he was down for, I can't imagine that that's going to be a quick thing or even a likely thing, but they will play down a player for now. It is 11 on 10. Vikes now transitioning to more traditional 4 at the back, with Pierce the lone attacker, Butuni dropping into midfield. And can the Golden Bears capitalize on this? Monda, back to Cato. And it looks like the advantage is over as Archie Tugwell's returned to the field. He's still clutching at his lower back, though. I'm not entirely certain this is the wisest decision, though obviously he knows his own body best. Belbin goes long, and Moody will get there ahead of Ruby, who tries to go in, but ends up committing the foul as the attacker by attempting to leap through the defender. Moody appears to be okay. A little bit shaken up, but no worse for wear. And we will get us restarted. Well, if nothing else, the extended pause here will give Archie Tugwell some time to get back in close to full shape here. As that ball pops up kindly for Matthew Pierce, who's been looking for an opportunity. Takes it. Well saved. Tristan Reed getting down to save that one, but that's a shot on target that Matthew Pierce desperately needed. If nothing else, to get the confidence back up that he can actually hit the target and can get those chances on goal. Pierce has been quiet for most of the day, as so far is the leading shot taker on the team through 6 matches. 16 taken so far in Canada West. It's on target with 12 of them. 75% accuracy. That is only his first on target for the day that I can recall. Meanwhile, that defense by Mal, he was deemed somewhat aggressive by the referee, and a few of the Golden Bears players and supporters are in disbelief at that call. See Kane and Zaharia having a chat after the fact as well. Malhi was the one who committed the infraction. And now a free kick on the near side with Grew and Legg once again standing over it. As the 3-word phrase of the day when it comes to the men's game this afternoon has been set piece trickery. Do they have cooked up this time? And will it work? Plenty of options sitting at the edge of the 6-yard box. Both Legg and Grew standing over this one. Grew fakes, Legg takes, looks back post, header is not a clean one, and goes to the edge of the area. Guituni. Cross back in by Finn Tugwell. Grew's header pops up. Jousting of heads there. There was Archie Tugwell got ahead to it. Didn't go anywhere. Legg sends it right back in. Finn Tugwell, who remained up that entire play, not able to get clean contact on it. And Caden Ruby looking to try and counter here, keeps it in play. And that comes off the back of Aiden Grew. Attempted thumping long ball from Kondracic. Goes nowhere. Header from Moody hits Cameron. Lischel goes long. Finn Tugwell should be able to get to this ahead of Ruby. But both Ruby and Kane fighting pressure. Alfie, it's Pierce who gets there, and a bit of a side tackle there. That is called as a foul. As Lischel is a bit too eager to get involved in the play there. I think they'll wait for any trickery there, and no, they will not. Leg sends that back to Finn. Saharia to Archie. Pierce flicks the header onto the corner. Zaharia. First time cross pops up, deflected. No, did not. It was a shanked cross. Took a weird angle because it was mishit, not because it was deflected. And as we hit the 63rd minute, it is a goal kick for the Golden Bears as they trail by 1-0 here at Centennial Stadium. Justin George. Out wide. Amanda. Back to George. Cato. Pressure from behind by Coutinho, who has to be careful here. Doesn't concede the foul. And amazingly, also wins possession. Meanwhile, leg goes down. Don't think there's anything malicious in it. Just a little bit of perhaps a bit of a strain or a cramp. Doesn't look like anything major happened in that play. We're going to call the trainer. It'll be they wave the trainer off, and leg will be allowed to get back to his feet and continue. Favoring that left ankle, it looks like. Maybe perhaps he rolled it. Either way, he isn't being told to leave the field of play, so he will continue. And Zaharia get play restarted with a throw. Like subs are all up and warming themselves at the far corner as Caden Ruby runs in for the Golden Bears, puts the cross in, cleared by Tugwell, and Finn will knock that out for a very deep throw. Akirat Malhi. And the throw was not to the referee's liking. And they're in fact saying that was a foul throw. Not just bad, but foul, says the referee. And they are going to give that the other way. And Zaharia will do this from deep. Kane's header, cleared by Finn Tugwell. Cato gets there ahead of Cameron. Rushing forward is Moody. At speed, Alex Moody trying to push this one forward by sheer brute strength, and does off the deflection. Yassine Guitouni in space. Pierce running in to join. Tries a shot! Saved! Well, palm saved there by Reed. And it will not cross the end line. In fact, it will come to a dead stop in the corner. And there, foul conceded, and Malhi has to be very careful here, as his frustration is starting to mount a bit as the number of calls start going against him. Keshavarz thought for sure that ball was going to go over the end line, but it came to a dead stop at the corner. It was raining this morning, though that was quite a few hours ago now. I think there's still a little bit of moisture on that pitch. As a result, that ball did have enough to come to a stop. And so what is functionally a corner kick, based on the spot of the foul. Leg and Grew will still stand over this. How do they want to play this one out? It will be leg, headed, but they're looking for a deflection, and they do indeed get it. It will be a corner after the header from, I believe that was Moody. Hit a U of A defender. And this time, no trickery needed. It will simply be Connor Legg doing the set piece duties from the far corner this time. as an actual corner kick as opposed to a very fortuitously placed free kick. Positions reset. Right footer. Cleared. Mondo got ahead to that one. Grew over to Keshavares, the goal scorer. Takes a touch, puts it low. He was looking for perhaps a little more power on that shot, but either way, the accuracy was still a touch lacking. Reed at full stretch to be safe. Ultimately, it rolled harmlessly wide. Double sub coming up here for the Vikes. Actually, the referee's having a chat with, I believe that's Kondracic. Okay, let's hope make that the captain. There might be some disagreement over one of those previous calls, and there's being an explanation being given as to what did or did not happen. And speaking of Keshavares, the goal scorer is coming off, as is Jag Zaharia. So we'll see who's coming in for them.
Substitution for the Vikes coming out of the match are number 22, Jag Zaharia, and number 24, Takin Keshavares. Coming into the match, number 11, Mateus Achadinha. And number 20, Evan Larson.
It'll be Evan Larson and Mateus Achadinha entering the fray. You have to think that's essentially like for like, with Achadinha indeed taking up a spot as the right wing back, and Larson slotting into midfield. Achadinha, this is his 6th appearance of the campaign. Only 2 of those have been as starters. For Larson, his 7th appearance, all 7 as a substitute. Got about 20 minutes and change to work with here. Try and protect a 1-goal lead. Archie Tugwell seems to have recovered from his earlier lower back distress, whatever that was. And does well to set up Larson on this near side. Puts the low cross in, hits Pierce. First time shot is blocked by Hope. Grew. Chips it up. Looking for a header, doesn't get there. Lechout makes sure it goes clearly out, but not wide. Larson. Past Achadinha. Archie Tugwell. Yassine Guitouni. And Archie looks on the deck, hits Larson. Looking for Guitouni on the return. A little too much on that, though, and Reed will make sure it goes no further. Looks like the Vikes have queued up another double sub as well for the next stoppage in play. So get the 70th minute. All tied up there is Larson by Lachelle. The referee lets it go. Reed goes long. Look here, they're looking for George from Amonda. But instead it will go out, and Grew, the 15 matching George's 15, will wait with it in the thrown area as the double sub goes through for the Vikes. And it looks like Yassine Guitouni is one of the ones coming out, and Ollie Cameron will be the other.
For the Vikes, coming out of the match, number 7, Yassine Guitouni. Coming in, number 10, Jack Napier-Ganley.
It'll be Jack Napier-Ganley making the appearance in the match.
Also number 14, Ollie Cameron. Replaced by number 16, Mateo Hilton.
Mateo Hilton also joining Napier-Ganley into the action now, so we'll see who slides into the attacking role and who stays in midfield. Both Napier-Ganley and Hilton listed as midfielders. And right now it is Matthew Pierce cutting a lonely figure up top as the lead striker. They may move Larson forward as well as one option, but it looks like they're going to leave him in midfield. And instead, it will be Jack Napier-Ganley standing beside Pierce as the attacking pair. Grew on the deck, looking for Napier Gamley. He's offside, though. The cross was heavy anyway. Regardless, definitely offside. U of A holding possession through midfield here. Hope. Over to Belbin. Getting some help from Kane in midfield. Malhi is there. Cuts inside. Michel gives back. Belbin back to Hope. Under pressure from Pierce. Gives it to Reed. Just to find a seam to hit Kane. Not able to get past Achidinha. Actually, he may have hurt himself on that attempt to dribble around. Comes up hopping. That right ankle might not be in good shape, or perhaps right calf. And Larson, as that is Frank-Roy Kane now down on both knees on the pitch here. Meanwhile, counter is currently on for the Golden Bears. Cato laying it off for Amonda. Ruby is in position. Try to brute force their way through. It does take a deflection. It'll be out for a corner. And that will bring about the help that is hopefully needed. As you can see there, Frank-Roy Kane has got his leg crossed underneath him there to try and get things set back in the way they should be, or at the very least provide some comfort. Tristan Reed there checking on him. And they'll bring a trainer out before they take this corner. This is the first one for the Golden Bears of the half. Two subs warming up now for the Golden Bears. And this would be the second Golden Bear to leave injured if this is indeed the case. Habib Assem at the end of the first half. Of course, will be added on to the end of stoppages time, or as stoppage time at the end. We're in 75 minutes now, 15 minutes to go. Vikes 1, Golden Bears 0, and you can see the hobble there as Frank-Roy Kane up to his feet. Not a good sign. Third year forward. St. Francis Xavier High School graduate out of Edmonton, Alberta. And now the substitution takes place, and they will bring in someone to take Kane's spot, as Kane is currently receiving care on this near side touchline. Looks like they've brought in Jack Ferraro. On this corner, popped up and cleared awkwardly by Pierce. And Larson chips it forward, has space to Napier Gamley make that, who has space to run forward with this.
Replaced by number 24, Jack Ferraro.
Doesn't able to get much further, though, as that is well defended on the counter defense by the Golden Bears. And judging by the size of the limp being taken here by Frank-Roy Kane, this is not going to be something that I imagine he shakes off very quickly. Not great for the Golden Bears if they lose two key attacking pieces in one match, to understate it mildly. Jackson Belbin with the header there. Cato tries to clear, instead of go all the way back to the back line. Malhi. Michel. Kondracic's calling it on the far side, and that's where Hope sends it. Cato to Belbin. Over to Hope. Back to Cato. Tries to catch Amonda on the run here. It's dealt with by Grew. Little flick by leg. Can't win the joust against against Cato, excuse me. Brought in Cato. Ever present in midfield. There's a long ball looking for the substitute who does chest it down, Jack Ferraro. It's his first touch since coming on, and he wins the throw-in. Malhi to take this. He's checking with the referee before he takes it this time, based on the incident from last time. I have to imagine there's a rather pointed abundance of care being taken. A little stutter on the footwork there, and Achadinha pokes it free to Larson, who gets it to Pierce. Finn Tugwell up to Aiden Grew. Grew has space to work with and targets to aim for, one of them being Napier-Ganley. Jack Napier-Ganley couldn't get past Kondracic cleanly. Hope forward to Cato. Back to Belbin. Over to Hope as they look off of the pressure from Pierce. Go long again. They're trying to use that speed of Amonda. Fortunately, he's run into either a Tugwell or a Moody almost every time, which makes it notably a more difficult task. In the 79th minute, Bears looking for a way through. George back to Cato. He was looking for Ferraro, never made it through. Malhi hops up. That should be over the net, and it is. And Callum Weir will happily wait for the ball kids. Announced today as being from Saanich Fusion to get this thing restarted. 79th minute complete into 80th minute now. One substitute queued up for the Golden Bears. Hope popped up trying to get away from Napier-Ganley, who backs into him. That'll be a foul on Napier-Ganley, you would think. No, actually, referees let that one go. It looked like Napier-Ganley pretty deliberately backed into his man there. The referee opted not to call it, or perhaps saw it differently than we did. Cato trying to get that one free and does find his way over to Lachelle. Ferraro to Malhi, who's got space here, past Achadinha. First time cross off the defender. It'll be a corner on this near side for the Golden Bears. Positive offensive foray there from Hakirat Malhi, who's had a rough day defensively. The offensive work is... Actually, I'm sorry, I think they've given that as a goal kick. From this angle, it looked like Malhi had actually won the corner. Apparently not.
Replaced by number 4, Jivan Alak.
So Lachelle is heading back off the pitch. And Jivan Alak will be taking his place in midfield. Number 4. Jivan Alak, the third-year midfielder from Edmonton. Nate, the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, last place he played his soccer. Mateo Hilton moves that one through midfield. He'll hit that too much further, and Larson will take over. Back to Archie Tugwell, who seems to have recovered from his earlier lower back issue. Larson up the line for Achadinha, but that's out of his reach. Throw taken quickly by Alberta. Nice cut inside, 1-on-2, and tripped over. That will be a foul by Archie Tugwell. That's some good speed shown by Jack Ferraro and some good hustle to cut inside. Give the defenders all sorts of fits there. And a free kick from a very tempting area here, very tempting area. And it will be Ferraro actually standing over this. No subtlety about this one. Ferraro wants this himself. Plenty of targets to aim for as well. Only one out-and-out defensive option, that being Mali. Everyone else is at least within range of the penalty area. Popped up and headed. Won by Archie Tugwell. Larson trying to clear it, can't do it. Olive was in the way, but handball, I believe, called there. Olive helpfully deposits it right back at the site of the foul. And the Tugwells will get us restarted. Into Archie, and now Archie on the deck to Hilton. Flares it out wide, managed to keep it away from Belbin. And Napier-Ganley keeps that ball alive. Grew back to Moody. It's Ferraro, who's been all hustle since coming on here. Causing a lot of fits for the UVic back line, but they managed to keep possession, albeit barely, before turning it over. Now Hope will get us restarted. Kondracic. Kato. Belbin. Mali. Ferraro. Back to Belbin. Very deliberate possession here from the Golden Bears. Time is not on their side. They can't really afford any more cheap giveaways. They'll go long again. That has been their number one outlet, is going long for Amanda Toronto. He's had the best chance of the Golden Bears all afternoon. Tough shot that was saved by Weir. Nice little poke there to try and get past. And briefly did, but Moody just thumps it out into touch with no subtlety whatsoever. The double team eventually winning it back by the Vikes before being cleared out. Kondracic. How does he want to throw this in? Wants to go near the end line. And a little over the head kick there from Hilton. Falls to Pierce kindly as he gets to a foot race there, but could not get past Kato. Brought in Kato. Covered lots of ground in this match. And Amanda briefly lost it there and now does lose it, as Hilton will give it back to Grew. But foul conceded there as down went, I believe it was Napier-Ganley. More seconds tick off the clock. 85th minute. Vikes 1, Golden Bears 0. Neither team's bench appears to be showing any activity at this point. This might be the lineups that we see the rest of this match out with, barring injury, of which we've had two. That long ball finds its way to Tristan Reed, who rolls it out immediately. Belbin steps past Pierce, puts it on the deck, hits Ferraro. Cuts back inside. George goes long. Target is Amanda. Gets past Grew. There's the cross, but no target. Ferraro tries to get the deflection, maybe the handball. Couldn't find anything there. Pierce now. Does the little back heel. Wins the throw. And, buys a little bit of time. Jadinia. Pierce lets that go under him, and Larson will try and move this forward. Makes contact with Kato. That will be a foul, and they're going to card Kato for that as well. 87th minute, Rodin Kato goes into the book. He seems somewhat incredulous at that, arguing there's a little more than a little bit of theatrics about that.
Alberta's number 14, Rodin Kato. Yellow card in the 87th minute.
Though unmoved, it will be a free kick for the Vikes, which they will take their time over, as they have that luxury. took well to Mateus Achadinha. Against Ferraro, who slides in. And that was a slide in very close to from behind, at the very least from the side. And Ferraro will escape being booked. Though that he went in with a sliding foot there, the danger you put yourself in if you don't get that right is massive. Escapes discipline. And it'll be a free kick for the Vikes in an even more dangerous place than the last place they had their free kick from. Leg standing over this one. No set piece trickery here. His leg sights out how he wants to deliver this. Only 4 targets really to choose from. Everyone else really staying on defense for this. Leg will pop this one up to the back post and miss the post and the field of play entirely. Taken very quickly by Reed. Out goes Hope. George turns. Belbin. Malhi. Cato. Back to Belbin. To Hope. Will they again try to go long to Amonda? They will. Met by Moody. Drew is there on the follow-up and nowhere for Ruby to go after the fact. It'll be a throw in for the Golden Bears in the attacking third. And meanwhile, that throw away from it comes Mateo Hilton, who puts a ball long for Napier Ganley to run onto, and he's almost won it there, but Thomas Hope does enough to keep possession, keep it in play, and send the attack the other way. But that ball picked off by Evan Larson. We are into the 90th minute. Final minute of regular time. There will be time added on for stoppages. That is for certain. Finn Tugwell knocks that down. Mateus Achadinha. Ordain Cato for U of A. Let's go back from Patrick Kondraciuk. Kirat Malhi escapes one challenge, keeps possession. Hope to Belbin. Malhi. Cato. Escapes the challenge from leg. Hope. Kondraciuk. He's got space to put a cross in here. Has to get around Napier Ganley. There's a little bit of speed on. Hope. There's good possession from the Golden Bears as they've moved their attacking third, their defensive third, into their attacking third. As Malhi will go for pace and bully his way through. That is a corner. You know, last time I thought for sure Malhi had won it. Now the indication from all referees applicable
there will be a minimum of 5 minutes time added on.
Is that it is definitely a corner. And the announcement is for 5 minutes of extra time added on here. 5 minutes for stoppages. Plenty of time for the U of A to find an equalizer or for U Vic to have find a dagger. What's it going to be as that ball falls and is knocked clear outside of the area. Second phase ball, though. The danger's not clear, but the flag goes up for offside. I think the head referee's note now he has. As the flag goes up for offside. Meanwhile, Connor Legg has dropped down to both knees here. Not sure whether he was clipped or is cramping. As such, the substitutes are up and stretching their legs here. As the argument now from the Golden Bears is that there's time wasting, and for that suggestion of time wasting, actually, Hope is now carded for dissent. So in the 90+1, the U of A captain gets himself into the book.
Yellow card caution given to Alberta's number 8, Thomas Hope.
Leg now is up. told to leave. Oh, actually, he may have taken might have a cut there. If the towel was coming out, he may have received a cut on his face or something similar. Either way, if there is blood, he will have to leave the field. I imagine they will take care of this as quickly as possible, but until such time, they do have a substitution queued up. Do the Vikes. So with Leg
Substitution
coming
for the
out.
Vikes coming out of the match is number 8, Connor Legg, replaced by number 27, Jacob Thomas.
It'll be Jacob Thomas coming in. Thomas has not appeared yet this season. This is his first appearance in Canada West this season. And he'll get a few minutes here in time added on to hopefully have an impact. The first-year defender, Royal Bay secondary grad from here in Victoria, played with the Vancouver Island Wave. Currently taking in the health sciences faculty, the 6'3" defender. So welcome to Canada West, Jacob Thomas. Debut perhaps in circumstances that at least Connor Legg would have preferred not to have happen. But a debut nonetheless. And a few minutes left to see out a potential 1-0 victory. Grew with the throw. Pierce tried to get ahead to it, couldn't. Cato. Over to Malhi. Belbin, long to Amonda. It's been the go-to path here in the latter stages of this game. And a collision of players there as Kondracic runs into his own player, Amonda. And the attack is forced back. And Molly, nearly tripped up by Larson, comes away with it though. Hope. From deep, chested down, and the attempted acrobatic bike by Caden Ruby. That's his flashiest contribution to the attack this afternoon. Goes well wide, but despite that, Callum Weir is down. Don't know if he's pulled something stretching for it, but either way, it was a seemingly harmless attempt by the UVic keeper, but he is down. Weir's played every minute of every match thus far for the Vikes. He's only conceded 6 goals in those experiences, so the math works out really easily. Average of 1 goal per match. And Weir should be good to continue here. And sure enough, he is. And referee will signal for play to get underway here. Weir has to be careful he doesn't get into time-wasting territory. And drawing the referee's ire that way. Pierce jumps for it. He's contact, can't control. And there's the first touch in Canada West for Jacob Thomas. A solid clearance. Alex Moody with one of his own. Amonda keeps it in. Still not dealt with cleanly. Up comes George, who rolls it past the far post. Well struck from Justin George late. Looking for that equalizer, but puts it past the far post as Callum Weir at full stretch. Well, he felt that one, did Weir. He was slow to get up. Whatever he might have tweaked on that save 2 shots prior, or a shot prior. Still bothering him a little bit. Now Kondracic gets past Napier, Ganley, and Pierce. Monda jostling with Hilton. Both go down. That should be, advantage given. It was a foul, but advantage is being offered instead. Cato to slide in there. Try and avoid that one. Or make that Amonda, not Cato, who had to slide in to avoid things going horribly. Regardless, sent out of play by the Vikes. Thrown in quickly by the Golden Bears. Malhi. It's a long cross looking for Amanda. And there are shouts for a penalty from every player in white. The referee is unconvinced. And it will be a goal kick for Weir. We'll be more than happy to see this match out. As the wind is really picking up here in Centennial, you can see the net rippling behind Weir there. Big header from Cato. And foul against Ruby. That was by Thomas, I believe. And everyone comes forward for this one. No subtlety to this. It'll be Malhi to deliver from the midfield circle. Every body that isn't Tristan Reed or Javan Olak is forward for this. Last chance saloon. Oh, and there's going to be a brief talking to here by the referee, telling everyone to behave. And specifically, is telling the captain of the Golden Bears, Thomas Hope, to behave. Hope is, of course, on a yellow from his descent earlier. Like literally a few minutes earlier. Malhi's delivery. Headed by Moody, shot back in, but deflected clear. And it looks like one of the defenders went down. That might have been Moody. And that is indeed who went down. He's back up though. It's a strong conglomeration of players in the box. Physicality was always going to happen. And we will get things restarted. We're well through the original 5 that were tacked on to this second half. So it's the referee's mercy at this point. And the referees decided that that is enough. At full time, UVic holds on for a 1-0 victory over the U of A Golden Bears. The goal in the 14th minute by Takin Keshevars with an assist from Ollie Cameron. The difference. A close contest, toughly fought between both sides. Ultimately, though, Golden Bears not able to find a way through, and the Vikes hold firm. The Golden Bears dropped to 2 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws on the season. The Vikes continue their undefeated run, 5 wins, no losses, and 2 draws. For everyone here at UVic, my name is Roturo. Thank you so much for watching this Canada West men's soccer action here on Canada West TV, and we'll see you next time.
University of Northern BC on both those dates. The men take on UBC Okanagan on the 26th, and Thompson Rivers University on the 27th. Thank you for joining us at Centennial for these matches. We hope to see you in 2 weeks' time for the next ones. On your way home, please drive safely. Arrive alive. Someone's waiting for you. So long, everybody.